General Milley, by the way, is set to testify before Congress in 2 weeks, and this latest revelation may overshadow questions that he could face about the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. Arizona Senate candidate and former Adjutant General of the Arizona National Guard, General McGuire, joins us now to dig a little bit deeper into this story. General McGuire, always good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Terrence. Morning, Jessica. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. First of all, do you believe that General Milley actually made those calls? And he's pretty much said he has, but is it a sort of thing that was within the scope of his duties in your mind?
Oh, I don't think there's any question that the phone calls were made. I think that the lack of a denial by the Pentagon makes it clear to me there were calls made. I think the issue now is there's a Secretary of Defense involved. There's a lot of other folks in the Pentagon and the intelligence community. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of finger pointing. But as I said yesterday, Terrence, great leadership is about confidence and extreme confidence. The U.S. has lost confidence in the President of the United States, honestly, and the subordinate chain of command after the disastrous pullout from Kabul. And General Milley needs to step down. The U.S. has lost confidence in his ability as the chairman. He should be afforded due process. But if he made a call directly to China to discuss our intentions, that is circumventing the chain of command, something that is not in his role and responsibilities as the chairman, and he needs to face legal action and potentially court-martial for that.
And General McGuire, this morning we're hearing reports that in his position, Milley has said or stated that, of course, you know, everyone knows in the White House that it would, once the president at the time decides to go to war or has any sort of issue with another country, he can make that decision, but it takes 3 other people to actually, I guess, quote, push the buttons in order to cause that war to go forward. Now, my question to you is, how much latitude does a general have at that level to operate outside of direct orders from the president, considering it is the president who makes the official call, but there are 3 other people, kind of teamwork there, that actually agree and go in?
Yeah, exactly. In the military and in our government, we have all kinds of checks and balances on the use of force, rules for the use of force, how we may employ weapons at every level of warfare. But in this particular case, the president of the United States does not delegate that authority, that final decision-making authority, to a uniformed service member, and certainly not to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. The combatant commanders are in the chain of command directly through the Secretary of Defense. The chairman is an advisor. He is the senior military official, but has no command authority, Jessica. And so when you're in that position, you should never be circumventing that normal chain of command to talk to a foreign enemy and actor about our intentions, and worse yet, undermine the credibility of our great United States of America, the greatest country in the history of the world. I have no idea why he would do such a thing. If he did this without consent, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of finger pointing, there will be a lot of problems for General Milley.
We've heard a lot of people call for a court-martial. I want you to put in perspective for our viewers the difference between, say, just a court-martial, a resignation, or other potential legal action that could come down the pike here for General Milley.
Yeah, every uniformed military officer is subject to the Uniform Code of Military Justice. A resignation is something that can happen for anybody at any level. Charges being preferred by another commissioned officer against another officer alleging misconduct that could be criminal and prosecuted under the Uniform Code of Military Justice occurs quite frequently. In this particular case, I don't know if it ever happening with someone who is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, but all of us that have served in uniform or are currently serving are subject to that Code of Military Justice. There's a 5-year statute of limitations, so were he to resign today, he could still be subject to being recalled and court-martialed.
All right, well, thank you so much, General McGuire. We appreciate you coming on to discuss this very hot topic this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you both. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.